Hello, hello. I'm back again. Back again. This time we have the right latency. So YouTube is happy with our latency. Okay. Now I'm going to create a camera. Edit. Create new camera. And we're going to copy the active perspective so that it's the same. The camera is at the exact same place as our perspective. So, all right, now we're going to save this again. And I'm not going to mess with the. I'm going to put. I'll wait on the sky. Okay. I usually don't do this. I usually do I usually put my characters in and then build the scene around them. But I don't really know what I'm doing. So this is going to be two elves in front here, and they're going to be kissing. Okay. So we're going to go here and find our elves. And they're going to be... I'm not sure what I'm going to use. It's going to go 8.1, and we'll find all of our 8.1 figures. See what we've got here for 8.1. We have Zale. We're going to use Zale. Wait, okay, I'm not sure exactly yet. Rocco. Let's alright, we know we're gonna use Michael H. We're gonna use Michael. I use him in almost every scene. I almost feel like I could just use two Michaels and get away with it by changing their look, but okay, I'm wondering if I have to turn the game capture off for a moment. Because we don't need game audio on. Alright, so I'm going to turn the game capture off just for a moment to make sure that he's not like kind of nude. And we got to put some kind of elf clothes on him. We'll find some clues for our elves. So this was a test to see how. Okay, I think it's looking at. Okay, there we go. It's looking at screen. Okay, I'm going to try to do this really quick. So when the screen goes black, apparently YouTube complains. Because it's black. So we're going to go now and find intimate. We're going to just put on some kind of pants on him. Alright, there we go. Now we can turn the screen back on. Alright, so he's got some underwear. And now we're going to go and find Rocco, I think it is, but Rocco. And okay, we're going to take this out of Iray. So we can move this guy over a little bit. No, we don't want to do it that way. Edit, undo, translate. Click on Michael so he doesn't move like that. Alright, now we're going to find Rocco. Okay, I think I might be spelling it wrong. 8.1. Okay, where is our dude? We got Jazz. What happened to Rocco? He was here and now he's not. Oh, I have to unselect this There he is. Am I sure I want him? This is hair. Zach HD. Maybe I'll go with Zach instead, because he's going to be, and he's HD also. Yeah, because these guys are going to be, all right, now I'm going to click on Zach, and then when I think he's going to be about ready to come in, I will, I think it'll take a little bit of a while for him to come in. I'll just move this up. No, I can't do that now. So, alright. I just try to keep it decent here on YouTube. There's no... Alright, they keep these guys with some pants on them. I hope the audio is good. It should be. It looks like it is. Okay. Oh, somebody liked the video. That's probably my buddy Angus. Thank you. I hope the audio, I hope everything sounds good, Angus. And now we are working on, these guys are going to have pointed ears. They're going to have kind of, probably I'll give them long hair. I don't know. And they're going to have elf clothes. And we've got the 2 towers. I guess those would be 2 bridges. Maybe I kind of like the towers because it's a little bit more, I don't know, masculine. The idea of 2 towers. And they're going to be in front of the towers and kissing. And they're going to have a beautiful sky and coming through the towers. Maybe I'll do an atmosphere with some fog and some mist and things like that and make it kind of magical. I might put some kind of, I don't know, little fires up on there. I could make it nighttime. There's all kinds of stuff we could do with this. This is going to be fun. Oops, Rocco's naked. Okay, I've got to take and put some pants on him. All right, Rocco. I'm not sure, Zach, Zach, I'm not sure if I like the way he looks right now. Yeah, he's okay. He'll look like a good elf. I can change his face if it doesn't quite work. All right, so we're going to put now, we're going to go here with wardrobe, intimates. Okay, let's put some, okay. Now Zach has got some. All right, now we're back. Okay. YouTube complains when I turn it to black. So we'll be back. I'll be back soon here. All right, good. We've got good audio. It took me about 10 minutes to get up. It's more than one button. It's not flicking a switch and I'm back kind of thing. No, there's a few switches I have to flick, but it wasn't at all like everything was just completely automatic. So, all right, let's find a pose. Let's put these I don't know if I should put clothes on them and then pose them, but let's look at some clothing, wardrobe for these guys. What? Because they're both when they're in a pose. It may not be as easy to do, the wardrobe. So, oh, here we go. Let's see what this looks like. We'll put that on Michael. Then we can take the undies off. Okay, so shirt, shorts, sandals. Okay, where's our undies? Swim pants can go. All right. Yeah, he looks like an elf. That looks like elf attire. Yeah. Now, we might have a problem with this because when I put him in a pose, it's going to throw it all off. I'm not sure that yet, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so this is called Aegis. Note. We're going to type some of these things down. dForce. dForce Aegis, okay, Aegis Outfit. All right, that's one. If I write these things down, then I'll know what I'm using when I do this on Daz. Now let's click this dude. Let's find him something that looks ornate and fancy and cool. That's something an elf would wear. I'd wear that if I was an elf. Well, he's gonna have pointy ears. Okay, now this is kinda cool here too. Let's see what it looks like. We can always take it off if it doesn't work. Hand of Helios. Yeah. All right, they both look like they're not too overdressed. Hand. I can't see. Helios. Hand og of Helios. This is dForce also, which means I can kind of conform them to their bodies once we'll have to figure out how that works, okay? I'm not sure exactly how this is going to work. But now we're going to put them in a pose. Figures. Now we're going to find some poses for them. All right. They like to wear dresses. So, all right, this is going to be, so now we're going to go to products, back, poses, and the poses are never perfect. You put them in a pose and you still gotta fix it all, make it work. So this is definitely very cool. I'm not sure. Let's see what they look like. Let's save it. 2 towers, and we're gonna save it. And now let's see what their clothing looks like in Iray. Oh, okay. Yeah. They look good. They're going to have hair. Of course, they're going to have hair. Now, I can't give them long hair or you won't see their elf ears. So they'll have to have fairly short. It can stick up. It can be like kind of like stick up off their head, but it's got to be and they're not even on the ground. I might have to make some other ground to stand back out. That's good to know. They're like in the air. So I might have to pull the ground out. That might work too, but they're quite a way. That's quite a ways away from them. So that's going to present, or I might have to copy the ground and then bring it ahead. They've got to be standing on ground, okay? I could bring the ground in a little bit, so we'll see. Let's get them in their pose. Poses. Pocket full of poses. All right, now, since we're not... All right, here we go. Poses. Pose. Poses. We want a romantic pose. Oh. I think this is for the tail. Let's see what happens when I try this on him. And then this on him. Okay, well, it's not quite what I was expecting, but let's see. Let's click on him and move him. We gotta get them out of texture shaded into texture shaded mode. Zach. Pull Zach back this way towards the center here. I guess we'll center them both. And then Michael. Pull him this way. And now Michael's got to come down. All right. Come on over, Michael. Oh, we got to click on you again. All right. Is this going to work or not? That could work, but we have to do something with his legs. These are like merman poses. That kind of works. So what if we do something here? What if they're a little further apart? Okay. What if okay, this is going to be very difficult. Now his torso, pelvis, and his abdomen. Pelvis. Gosh, he looks like the Torment character. They didn't change him that much. Okay, that kind of works, but his hand isn't in enough. How do we bring that in? Okay, we bring it up, and then we twist it. No. Bend. There we go. Then we bend this out a little bit. And bend. Okay, the collar's got to come down. twist, twist, okay, twist, twist this, think I can make that work. Twist this, thumb, oh, this isn't working. Twist, bend, bend, pinned, side to side, thumb one, bend one, twist, I'm not feeling it, bend, okay. Now, I hope you can hear me. I hope before my mumbling was, you couldn't tell when I was mumbling and what the heck I was saying, and I was having that mumble problem. But now I think you guys can hear even when I mumble. So here we go. That's side to side bend. I don't think this is going to work on this pinky one. Pinky one. I don't think I can bend that out enough. No. Twist. Twist. Okay, this isn't working. This has got, I got to start kind of over again. We're going to go back, front, back. I don't even think this hand is going to get seen. Okay. Right collar. Bend. Twist. See how this is lining up. I can't seem to get this to do anything right. See, his arm's going right through his arm now. There we go. Okay, I like this better. But oops, that's not what we want. Let's save this. We're getting closer here. There. There it is. Now I can work this hand here. Arm, bend. The thing is, these guys are made to bend like humans bend. Twist. So that they don't bend in an unnatural way. Side to side. The thing is that, okay, I've changed them so much now. Bend. 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 Side to side. And okay, that's getting close enough. I'm gonna kind of, because I have to put hair under it, under his hand, and so I'll have to go and move it all again once the hair is there. So there's no point in making this perfect. But I think we've got a pose here. Now there's something wrong here. Okay. I think that's with his shoulder. Collar's got to go back. The collar, let's move the collar ahead. Twist. Oh, you think you've got it, and then you see a different angle. It's like, nope. Nope. Bend. Bend. Twist. Bend. Twist. Twist. I'm kind of pretty good at this also, and it's still very difficult. I didn't like the way his hand was perched like that anyway. Twist. Twist. Bend. There we go. Now we just have to make his fingers look a little more natural. Bend them out a little bit like this. Bring this part in a little more. Hand. I knew I messed it up. Edit, undo. Okay. Hand. Bend it in a little more. That's the finger. Bring that out. We're going to bring this in. And we'll bring these out. twist it a little bit. Okay. They're not going to have any other shirts on, so I can pretty much set these the way they're going to be. So it's pretty much. Now, what did I just do? And it looks like I've got it. Kind of nailed that. Yeah. All right. He might need some armpit hair. Save. Okay, now I have to fix their legs. They look like they're floating in the air. This may be very difficult to fix this. Not just to fix their legs, but we'll see now. They're swimming. These are like, they're supposed to be eels or something. Okay, bend. I'm just hoping that I can make them look natural, because they kind of look like they're swimming kind of thing, and I'm not sure exactly how to fix that. Oh, I think I know how to fix it. All right, so if I take his leg here and bring it ahead a little bit, I think by making his pelvis come ahead. Bend, yeah. And then we bring this back. Okay, bend. Yeah, this leg is all the way in. Bring this leg back some. Bring his foot up. Bend. He's already got sandals on. Now this guy's, it looks like his legs are going to kind of cover his feet, and look at him. He's already flat-footed. But I'm not sure though if that's going to work. I need a ground, I need a plane here to see where the ground actually is, so I can twist his body the right way. I think his pelvis has got to go this way. No, I don't know. This is very strange. Okay, I'm going to put a plane here. Create primitive plane. Okay, and we're going to, where's our plane here? We're going to turn the plane this way. The plane. Alright. And it's going to go this way. And I can't see where this plane is doing, what it's doing. Whatever it's doing, it's not right. Okay. This is supposed to be 90, minus 90. This is supposed to be 180. Okay, what did that just do to my plane? And this one's supposed to be 180. There we go. Now we have a plane. They're definitely not on the ground. So let's make the plane larger. Where is the plane? Make sure it's actually on the ground here. Scale it. Alright, when I put the pose on them, it put them up in the air. So Now I'm going to put them both into one group. Zach, and I think Michael's above him, right? Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Now they're both selected. Create new group. We're going to call this figures. Figures. Okay. And now let's go front. And let's move this group down until their feet hit the ground. Okay, Zach's feet are on the ground. Now let's see about Michael. Okay, I think I'm going to have to move Michael's legs in. He's doing that same stretchy thing with his legs. I have to see Michael's legs, so we gotta turn off some of his clothes here. Shorts, shirt, belt, sandals, shirt, shorts. No, I got the wrong one. Oh, this is him. Armbands. Okay, the swimsuit can go. All right. Hop bottom. Up. Okay. I guess we'll put the swimsuit back on. Edit, undo, delete. Alright, we'll put the swimsuit back on. Now, let's see what we've got here. Gotta have them both standing on the ground. Alright. His pelvis. Pelvis. We're gonna twist it this way, and his legs are back there. Don't think I can bend his pelvis. Yeah. Alright, now I'm going to bring this leg in. Everything about his body is off kilter, and I don't know why, but we're going to give him some really long legs. So we're going to go with, I don't know what happens when hip. Scale, where's scale? Y scale. I don't see a scale, Y scale. Alright, let's try a thigh. I'm not seeing the scale. And look at that, his bands aren't really, they're too small for him. We're gonna have to fix that too. Be nice if I could just put him out like he's standing on something taller, but that's not gonna work. Alright, we're gonna I can't do this because if I move him down, his arm's gonna go right through his arm. Yeah, this arm would go down a little bit, but oh, I know, maybe I can make this guy a little less lanky. Alright, we got some things missing here. I'm going to turn on some hidden preferences, show hidden properties. Where's scale Y? There we go. We're going to just scale his legs up a little bit. Scale Y. And we're going to scale his legs down a little bit. This part. Scale Y. Oh, damn. Why? Alright, now their legs are, this leg, you can see the bend in his body here. And I can't change that right now unless I were to lock his whole upper body. And they do know how to do that, but it's very tricky. I'm just going to take this leg and pull it side to side. Let's see. Where is it? Yeah, it doesn't have to go way out there. It can go like that. Okay. Let's see what happens now. They don't look too monstrous. I haven't really totally messed it up. Save. Okay, now let's turn back on his pants and see what that looks like. That works. Alright. So now I have them in figures. Let's see about getting them in the right. Okay, so alright. They're not on the ground, so we have to move them down on the ground. On the theoretical ground. Okay. Now we can take his leg and make it a little bit shorter. Y scale. Y. Okay, actually I'm going to move his leg, bend it. So it's up like this. And I'm going to give him some sandals. Piles. Sandals. Here we go. And they're kind of ornate for that. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of something, a very complex process here now, okay? We're going to do some animation. What I'm going to do is okay, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do. It's kind of complicated, but simulation process. Okay, we're going to turn initialization start bone poses off so they stay in this pose. Okay, but I want them to be, now we're going to turn on our timeline. This is animation, people. Okay, now we're going to move them up in the air. figures. We're going to move them up in the air like this. Okay. And see, they're, okay. Actually, I don't know if I want to do this yet. So edit, undo. I want to wait until they're actually standing on the ground that they're going to stand on, because this is just a plane. Okay, so we're going to hide this plane for now. Okay, and we're going to figure out the scene, because I kind of want the camera here. Okay, I want the camera maybe here, and then I want these towers back here, like in behind them. Okay, I want them in the middle, like about this. All right, a little bit further out, so it gives me. I can put it on a T-shirt maybe, and it doesn't cut their head off. Okay, so I'm always thinking ahead here. Okay, so now we're going to grab a hold of this, and we're going to try to place it in behind them. So we're going to first translate it Y. That's not working. Okay, I'm going to turn off all of these weird. To get rid of the hidden properties now. I got their legs fairly right. Now, let's see. Y translate. Why isn't that working? Oh, that's Y translate. Okay. We need Y rotate. X translate. Y translate. Okay. Y rotate. X translate. Wonder if I can scale this or do what am I doing here now? Okay. Okay, we do have a separate ground. So that's our ground. What happens when we hide the ground? Okay, that kind of works, but if I move the ground, it's going to throw off all of the vegetation. So, let's see now. What if we rotate it X? No, not the ground. Edit, undo. What if we rotate this whole thing X? Like that. Then we bring it down. Then we bring it in. Z. Okay, let's see. Now I'm in perspective view. I'm going to delete my camera because I'm not in camera view. Edit, create new camera, and I'm going to create that from the perspective view. Alright, now we're going to switch to our camera. No, now we can move around and not lose our camera position. Okay. See, we do not have them on the ground. This is very strange. Okay, I have to think about the logistics of this whole thing. Okay. That it seems as though this okay. What if okay, what if I take the towers? Okay. This just isn't happening the way I wanted it to. Camera. You have to think of perspective, okay? I haven't resized it yet, so technically these guys are supposed to be little tiny. Like, you know, if you figure a palm tree, they only stand about this tall. You know, a human only stands maybe that tall. So help me out here. I got to figure out how this is going to work. How do I make this work? Okay, I'm thinking if I warp the camera, change the camera to be wider. You see what I'm saying? Then I could put them here like under the tree and still capture that this behind them. You see how complicated this is? All right. Let's put them on the ground in front of the tree. Let's move. All right, I'm going to take this whole scene, the coconut palm, I'm going to take this whole and delete it, and I'm going to put it back in. So it comes in environments without all of my finagling. All right, here, where is it? This is it. I don't know what the difference is. AOTP. All right, we're going to just go and merge this into the scene. And at this point, it should place them like, and so I think I've got to do something weird with the camera. And the more weird I get with the camera, the more it's going to make them look weird. So I have to be careful about this. We're still on our first frame of the animation. So that's we're on frame 0. It hasn't. I guess frame 1 is actually frame 0. That's the way they count it. So we're on frame 1. So everything we make to create this frame is all still on frame 1. I haven't actually set any keyframes yet, but I think these little black things are keyframes, meaning whatever I set for frame 0 is going to be like a keyframe kind of thing. Okay. So here we go. Come on. Anytime now. All right. Now they're right in the middle of a rock here. So we go now. We have to move the rock back some. Okay, so let's go. Z is usually back. There's one way or another it's going to bring them back. Okay. All right. Are they still on the ground? Technically, sort of, kind of, maybe. All right, here we go. This is kind of nice. This is, now we're getting somewhere here with this. Now if we take this preload and bring it up, they're actually going to be on the ground. But we still are losing now. This is not working, okay. We've got to be able to see their ears, okay, that they're elves. This is the angle I kind of want, all right? So what we're going to do is take this preload and we're going to rotate it. We're going to move it. Now, what if, oh, edit undo. What if I scale it? All right, we're going to try a few things here. Rotate it Y, X. Okay, this is the angle that I have to have. So I'm going to set my camera, lock my camera here. This is where I want it, okay? And whatever I do, I have to visualize what I'm really trying to do here. Okay, so I know I want my camera here because roughly here, let's see, let's move it just a tiny hair maybe. So they were right in the middle and down. Okay, there. Okay, now let's lock the camera. Edit, preferences, no, cancel. Edit, create, no, edit, gotten object, lock. Alright, the camera's locked, so I can't move that again. So now we can move this land. Now what if I take these big rocks here and just scale them a little bit down? Let's see the rocks. Where's the rocks? Stones, arches, and palms. Okay. Rocks. Which one's what? Okay, what if I turn the arches? Okay, we know what the arches are. Rocks. Okay, I think the rocks are the... Okay, those. So, alright. So what we're going to do, we're going to leave the palms and this... Okay, we're going to take the arches and the stones and the rocks. We're going to try a little thing here. Create new group. You can't resize them all together unless they're all in one group. Okay, we'll call this towers. We're going to call that just because they're the whole kind of thing. Alright, now what if I scale them all down? Bring them up. Y. Translate. Scale them again. Kind of like that in the Z. Where's my towers? See, I can't move the camera, so I have to move X. Look at that now. Let's see what this looks like in Iray. Okay. The rocks almost look like they've got to be smoothed a bit, because I resized them. Now they look kind of like jagged. Alright, let's go back. Okay, that kind of looks okay, but let's see. Texture, shaded. Let's scale it. Scale it down like this. And what happens if we rotate it on X? That doesn't work. We go translate it here. Y, rotate. X. X. See, I can't move my camera. We're stuck with what I have here. Because I don't want them farther than that, or they'll lose their detail. X. Alright, let's go with this and see what happens when we give them a sky and some kind of atmosphere. Alright, they're still bald, they don't have hair. They don't have their ears yet, so alright, what I'm gonna call it good for this scene. It seems, let's see what this looks like now with in Iray. We're gonna now we're gonna animate them so that his gown, his dress actually sits, it looks like it's going right through the ground, and it's got to lay on the ground. Okay, it has to lay around him like this, and the same with his. Okay, this looks like it works, but it actually looks like they're not even on the ground. So I have to go to my perspective view and take a look at their feet now. Now all these trees and stuff, they can go. These coconut palms, they're not even in the picture. So why? They're just taking up a bunch of all this grass and vegetation. All this stuff can go, because if I'm going to put some grass, I'll put it in by hand. So plants and grass and leaves can go, and the wild banana palms and the coconut palms can go. Alright, let's go back to our camera view and just see what we've got. Alright, this looks okay. I think I'm going to cut this ground out here so we get more sky and sun. Okay, so I can bring in a sun, or I'll bend the ground down. Okay, this is our ground. Okay, I'm going to take and go to tool settings, go to mesh grabber, and we're gonna make the towers disappear for a minute. Why didn't it all disappear? Okay. Do we have any more ground? That's like a bug or something. Palms, we've still got palms here. Alright, alright, I've got to go in here. There's something here that's not rocks. Let's see. Something that's not shutting off. Arches and stones. Not nice of them to not do that. Okay, let's try it by piece. Alright. Okay, I'm going to just try this. Okay, mesh grabber. We're going to pick the ground and see what happens when I deform this. I don't think that's big enough to deform the ground the way I want it to. Edit, edit. Alright, let's do this bigger. Let's take it by the tip there, way out by the end. Ground. Bigger. I'm in Iray. I've got to get into texture view. Where's my... I mean, this isn't what I planned on. You know, I kind of had in my mind, but kind of like, but it works. Sort of, kind of, maybe. Alright, now let's turn back on the... See how the rocks just suddenly disappeared? They were in the way, and then they did. That's like a bug in the program. There aren't many, but they should have disappeared. Alright, now I wonder if I get to this perspective view, if I can make this go down a little bit more by really dragging on it. Okay, now let's go back to our camera view. Make sure I didn't ruin it. I would like this to go down a little more, but I have to be careful now. There we go. But I didn't want to rotate it. I want to just move it down. Okay. I think I'm going to bring it up high enough so that the sun doesn't go through their hair and make their hair kind of look weird. Okay, I don't mind it going through a little bit of their hair or shining on their hair, but I don't want it shining through their hair. Okay, let's save this. I probably ruined it, I don't know. I'm so optimistic. Alright, here we go. Let's bring that down just a little bit in here too. I can't seem to grab that. Alright, now let's get out a mesh grabber. Now we're going to turn the towers back on and see what happens when the rocks come back. Now we got a little room for, we could put a little sea and a sun shining on the sea. We could put all kinds of stuff in there. So, but that works. Okay, now I'm going to turn the rocks back off again. And now the towers are staying on. But if I move stuff around, I think, I go to the perspective view, I think the towers will disappear. No, I guess the arches they're still on. And the stones. Alright, now go back to the perspective view, camera view. Now we're going to do some animation. Alright, so we're at the, I have to talk this out to myself, so we are at, so in the first frame, I want them up in the air. Oh, edit undo. Whatever that was, it's not what I wanted to do. Okay, we're going to find our figures both together. We're going to move them up in the air. So we want them to start out up in the air, okay, like this. And then we're going to add a keyframe. So this creates a keyframe for everything that's here. Okay. Now we're going to go to like frame 30. And I'm going to go into the perspective view and zoom in on them. And I'm going to bring them down so they touch the ground. Like that. So all you need is 2 points. Now I have to click on, I have to make sure they're really perfectly on the ground and not in the ground or see how his cloak goes through? That's what we're trying to fix here. Okay, so I have to make sure they're on the ground. Okay, I guess he can be sort of on his tiptoes. It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Okay, now make sure there are keyframes there. Now we're ready to animate. Okay, so we'll go back to our camera view so we can watch the animation. And let's save this. I probably shouldn't have saved it, but just in case I really screwed things up. Now we're going to go to simulation. and we're going to simulate. Now when I go back, we should see them move up. Yeah, see? Now they're going to move up. Now when I simulate, it's going to slowly move them in, and when you see their clothing will hit the ground. You won't, at least you won't see that one piece go. I don't know what's going to happen, because I don't know what this kimono thing that he's wearing, it may not actually be long enough to hit the ground, but what you're going to see is it's going to form around it will hang and start to drape around the shape of their body. Right now it's not. It's just like as if it was made for any figure. So let's, instead of talking, we'll just simulate here and see. Hopefully this works. Now we're going to simulate. It's trying, okay. And now you see that hanging, but you also see them, they're going to slowly, well, it's doing something. It's stabilizing the simulation. It's not actually doing the simulation yet. And so you're going to see them slowly move down towards the ground, and then you're going to see these things bunch up on the ground. Okay, here we go. It shouldn't take too long to do this. I hope we don't lose our stream, because this is one of the most, we're trying to stream this out of the computer, and this is one of the most, it didn't work. Oh, all right, we got to clear that. Okay, I did something wrong. All right, I've got to go back into the settings, simulation, and I have to set up from use timeline play range. Okay, here we go. That's why it didn't work. All right. So now it's still doing some kind of, I had to clear that animation out, and now we're going to see them actually move down towards the ground. I guess he could be on his tiptoes because he does have his arms over his shoulders. Now they're moving down, and you're going to see it drape on them. It's going to drape on their body, on the actual form of their body. But it's also once they get down to the ground, it's going to collide with the ground. And it's supposed to. Yeah, it will. It'll collide with the ground. And then when we look under the ground, we shouldn't see any fabric there, at least not much. They're not on the ground yet. It's not down there yet. We're only about 10 frames in. It just makes the cloth and it look more natural when it doesn't look like it's. We should see it start to bunch at some point. I'm hoping to see some bunching here because this looks like it's just too. And if it doesn't bunch, I should make it even longer so it does bunch, but we'll see. The ground, and that's why I didn't use a plane here. And speaking of a plane, the plane is hidden, so it shouldn't collide with the plane. I should actually have deleted the plane, but it's going to collide with this ground and not. And why it looks like it's going under his foot, I suppose it could be under his foot. He could be stepping on his own robe. I don't know. But we're getting now to the point. It must be hitting the ground by now. Something must. Yeah, this looks like it should be colliding with the ground. If it's going to collide, it's going to collide here. Yeah, I can see it colliding right now. This is bowing out like. It does look like he's stepping on it a little bit, but I don't know. His foot is up in the air, but. See, I have to move them down like that. Okay. This is the way the camera is going to look. That's the way it's going to look. Okay, let's see what it looks like up close. Yeah, see, this isn't actually colliding with the ground, so, but that one is. Now if we go under, see, now it's not hanging down, it's actually, it looks like it's kind of under his foot, but you can see where this sat there, and it's okay because his gown, I guess, just isn't long enough to collide with the ground. A little bit maybe did here, so it's okay. It's natural now. It's hanging on them, it's hanging around them, and it's it just gives it a tiny bit more natural look. Okay, so let's we don't need all that rocks on yet. Let's put some hair on them. Let's do their ears first, okay? So let's see if I can find some elf ears. We'll do Zach's first. Ears. Let's see what happens when we do this. Zach. Oh, there they are, right there. How nice. Style 1. Okay, what's style 2? I don't know. I think, what if we do both? Oh, then we get really long ears. Let's give it a little bit of, I think style 1 was nice. Let's see about him now. I want his to be a little bit longer. Okay, let's go back to our camera and see if it's kind of noticeable. No, we'll give him a longer ears, and give him some longer ears too. Make him look a little bit exaggerated. All right, save. And let's see if we take style 2 down a little bit. Yeah, then they kind of point up a little more. All right, now let's give them some hair. All right. Now it has to be hair so their ears, we can see their ears. This spike hair. Let's go give Zach. This is Zach. This is give Michael the spike hair. Okay, there's Michael's spike hair. And then let's give, what if we give Zach this messy hair? Chaotic. Which one? Alright, well, let's try it. These are made for the ears. Okay. What happens when we do that? I don't see no hair. What are the materials we got to work with here? Let's select the hair. I don't know if that will work by doing that. Yeah, it did. Alright. Doesn't quite look right, but let's see. What does it look like under Iray? It might be just too much hair. It doesn't look like it's fitting on his head right, and I know it is, but it just might be the way the Iray's looking. We don't have the right lighting yet. We haven't done any lighting yet, so they're not lit right at all. I'm going to have some kind of lighting. We're going to put some grass in around them and stuff. So let's see what happens here. No, it's too long because they're too far away, and I don't. His hair is too long. I almost wonder if it would work on him, but let's. And I'm going to change this style. I'm going to try to make it go back more. Okay, so Let's do a little switcheroo and see what happens when we switch their hair. Zach is over there. We'll get rid of this hair. It doesn't work for Zach because he's too... You can't tell what's going on with him. But let's try using this hair on Michael. Hair. Oh, I didn't have him selected. Cancel. It's just going to put the hair anywhere in the scene. It's like I've done that before, and it's like, oh, it didn't go on. Let me see. And then I get the render done. Is that like, my God, that looks like hair coming out of that rock. All right. Let's see now. Yeah. Okay, what's the difference? Chaotic hair, Kiko. I don't think it's going... Alright, I think I'm going to use this chaotic hair, because I'm not sure. It went on him, though. Alright, let's just try it. And see if it works. Because it didn't look like it actually aligned right with his ears or hair or head, or, you know, it just didn't look like it was made for him. This may actually work on him. Let's see. That does kind of work. Yeah. What about materials? What if we go brown? That didn't work. I think I'm going to keep it red, but we do have green too. That's a little too much. That is the red. What about the brown? Strand settings. We have different poses, but I kind of like that. And then let's go with him. That's Zach. Let's find some hair for him. Kind of wild. All right, what about this hair for Zach? Try it. I don't think it's going to work. I think Zach's got to have... Oh, and we got to simulate. We got to make it show. Did that work? All right, we got to click on the actual hair. It's not in the hierarchy. Hair. Come on, Hayden hair. All files. Okay, stiffness. Not simulating. Oh, here, preview render. Let's try that. There we go. No, I've got to, he's got to be, he's got to have, have very short hair. Okay, 'cause Alright, he's got to have short hair. Okay, hair. We'll give, now I just got a new kind of hair. We got to select him. That's Hayden. Zach. I just got a new kind of hair. That's it's a shaved head hair, where it's really shaved. We can look at it and see what it looks like. Shaved. Let's type in shaved. There it is, right there. Okay. I think that's a little too shaved. Edit, undo. We're going to give him some more than that. More. This is it. We'll give him this Genesis 8. And we'll give him some funky like pattern on the side. It doesn't look like it's going right on his head. I'm going to have to adjust it so it fits his head better. Okay. Yeah, it's not going right on, but that looks good now. And we'll give him some kind of, let's see, where are the patterns? Okay, here we go. Let's click on the hair, just in case it doesn't work here. Zach, shaved head. Let's give him this one. Alright. And now I have to go in on his perspective view. We have to zoom in on his hair. You can see it's not working here. I'm not sure which one I have to, okay. Shaved head. Alright, now we're gonna fix it. Here we go with tool settings, mesh grabber. And now this has got to go way down again. To 5. Try 5, yeah. Now we got to go into texture shaded. We got to find out which one. Yeah, this. Pull this out a little bit. Okay. You have to be careful you don't like pull too much or you'll end up with a bubble. It's like, oh, he's got like I'm pulling on the wrong damn thing. Okay, I got most of it done. Okay, here we go. Okay. I think we got it. Now let's go back to the, we got to go out of Mesh Grabber. Okay, now we got to go to camera. Save it. And now let's turn the rocks back on. And see what our scene is like. Towers. Rocks. Arches. Stones. You know, I don't think I need the stones. We don't need the stones. Just the arches and towers. Save. What happened? The stones, I don't think I think I deleted the wrong. I didn't delete the whole group of stones. There we go. They're not really adding that much to it. If I want stones, I can put little stones here. Alright, now let's see what they look like in Iray. Iray, I left my heart in Iray. Alright, somebody else liked my video. Thank you. Alright, so yeah, now I'm not sure why his hair's not showing up, but I think I might have turned it off or something. Let's see. Where's his hair? Might have clicked it off by accident here. I don't think so. That's Zach. I deleted his hair. Edit. I think his hair is back. Now we can get rid of the rocks. When I was getting rid of the stones, I accidentally got rid of his hair. Stones. Okay. He's still got hair now. Thank gosh. Alright, so we got to put some light on him, but before I light them, I'm going to put a sky in. And we're gonna I'm starting to see something a little bit more intimate. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking this scene getting a little more refined with it. So I'm going to take my camera off, edit, and I'm going to start create edit, object, unlock. Alright, and I'm thinking I want them like this, more like this in the scene. Okay. And then I'm going to take my towers. We're going to take this texture mode, And I'm going to move the towers back a little bit. Z, X, Z. Okay, now we've lost something. Okay, so what I've got to do, all right, X, now Y, Y, X. All right, we're going to go and scale it along the X. It's not all scaling together. I'm not sure why. Oh, because I have the towers. We've lost our arches. 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 Okay. Rocks. Let's see what we can do with the sky. I can't see if these rocks are, I think these rocks are in the wrong place, so I think I'm gonna do the same thing with the rocks. I'm gonna pull them apart a little bit. X scale. And I'm gonna rotate them Y. Oh, I think I can click on these back rocks. Which ones are these? X scale. Z scale. Right, that's one, that's the front rock. X translate. Okay, X. Where's the other one? X. Here we go. Now, arches. There it is. I'm liking this now, But I think these rocks here, the rocks here on this side, let's see, where's that one? X. Yeah. Okay. Arch. Which one? Arch is which? Now let's put a sky in. We're getting close to the end of this image. Smart content. Let's make some lights. One more thing. I want to give him more. I want to give him a 5 o'clock shadow. Let's see, hair. Okay, body, face. How about Dragomir? Zach. There we go. A little bit of something to just kind of make him a little more rugged. And now we're going to go to our render settings. And we're going to give them a sky. What's this sky look like? Let's go to Iray. See what we can do for lighting. Okay, this should come alive. Let's get rid of this timeline. It's still there, but we're just gonna... Alright, let's move this around. Move our sky around. Alternate minus is my hotkey I have set up. Alright, let's rotate this around. So, here we go. Alright. Perky little ears. And I mean, it's nice lighting and everything. It works. It's like the first thing we tried. Well, second thing, I rotated the camera a little bit. But I'm looking for something very dramatic. Some mountains in the background and all kinds, something really dramatic, like the light coming through the rocks like this. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for some really dramatic lighting, and this is going to take a little bit of work, but we'll get it. And now I could use something like this and then put a light on them. But the sky here is like blah. So you know, that's what we're looking at. We're looking for something really dramatic. And so this part can take a while, lighting the scene. But we'll find something really... You'll know. I know when it just all of a sudden it pops. You know, when the scene just pops out, it pops. So let's see. It's nice to not use something that I use a lot. So also, but I'm thinking something with a nice sunset. A nice look at that. Look, this just like this program. How the computer just This is an entire day. This is like the way the sun looks on a certain day. Look at that. And once again, we just have nothing here, and I want something there. So let's try this. Look at that. It looks so warm. Yeah, this is very nice too. What happened to my, where is it? Rotation. Yeah, this light kind of makes them look like they're in hell. So, see, I could use something like that. There's a little bit of cloud there, and the way the lights are coming through the rocks. This is going to be amazing. This is going to be a really beautiful picture when I'm done. But we're looking for something. We're looking here. I want lights here coming through, and I want lights, something really dramatic here. And it doesn't matter what light's on them, because I can put any light I want. It might be better if they're in the shade, so I can create then my own light. So I'll just put a spotlight on them, and we'll find something really, really interesting for the right shade for the spotlight. So, but that's my idea here, is to find something that pops in this part. Mountains. It could even be like a city or something, like some kind of golden city, you know? Something really nice. So, gosh, I come in here, I have bought so many skies, and there just don't seem to be here when I come in. All right, let's turn this off. Let's see. Dramatic skies. I don't think those are going to work. Okay. What's this? All right, environment, rotation. Now that's something. That's kind of like that way, the way that's causing something. You see, that's something. It's not what I'm looking for, but it's something in that realm of wow. It's something in the wow realm. It's not pulling the lights in from the side, and I could theoretically put lights coming in from the sides also myself. So it'd be nice to find something, and then I can something close to what I'm looking for, and then mess with the rest. That's really pretty. At least it's not gray and kind of ugly, but it's not. I think this light is like either it doesn't look like there's an actual sun in the sky. It doesn't look. I don't see a sun there. This one looks like it has an actual sun here. Dome rotation. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into filament mode. Filament it's almost like texture shaded mode, where it allows me, You have to wait a while, but it allows me to actually kind of scan through and see the sky move in the background to see what's there. Like when I bring the sun here, it looks like it's right overhead, so if I were to move the dome a little bit, I might actually see something happen here. Yeah, see this? And then rotate a little bit. What does this look like in Iray? Don't think this is going to be it. I'm looking for something, maybe a picture like of a castle and something. So I might put something there, an image there. I have images too, so I'm going to look around, so we'll see. That's not it. I like the glow though. There's some kind of atmosphere happening there. Alright, let's see. Okay, go back to render settings. Okay, click on this. What's that? Oh, this is something that I just purchased. What about this? Bare sky. Now we're going to go back into filament mode so we can see what we have here. Now it's got to convert the sky into filament. Alright, where is it? I don't see it. Okay, I'm going to take my camera and I'm going to... Oh, I don't think this is the right kind of sky. Let's see. Edit. Object. I'm going to lock my camera again so I don't move it. I'm not tempted to move it. This isn't what I want, because when I go into here, environment, oh, there is an image here. It's just not showing up. Well, maybe it is, I'm just not seeing it. Let's rotate the dome a little bit. What's this look like in Iray? This has kind of got me a little puzzled. They are images. I think these are Bryce images. I just can recognize Bryce a mile away. They're nice Bryce images. They're just very clear. Yeah, these aren't working. They're not, at least it's not presenting anything. It looks like I could work for hours and not quite get what I'm looking for. Let's click off that. I'll find something. Oh, this is a night sky. I don't want night. I want some bright lights. Let's try this. Sometimes I get really good luck with them. Those are, in fact, I've had some of the best luck with these skies, and I have probably a lot of others. Now let's go back to environment settings, options, rotate the dome. Alright, I gotta go into filament mode. Again. Come on. That's not really showing me what I want it to show. It's like it hasn't clicked in yet. It's not showing me the right sky. Okay. I'm not having luck with this right now. I'm looking for something that's actual images. Alright, here we go. We're going to find this. This is going to be it. Alright, we're going to go out of this and back to Iray. We got mountains now. Mountain Lake. So this is going to give me two things. It's going to give me some kind of image in the background, some sort of like vista, and it's also going to give me the light coming in from the side, and then I can light the front the way I want to light it. But we're going to try a few different things. We're looking for the background. It's not giving me the intense color, the warm colors. Let's see what this one does. These are all different. It would be nice if I could get a part of a lake. There's some water. Look at that. Look at that. Now, if I were... look at that. See, now, see how this pops? Now, all of a sudden, it pops. And that's what I'm saying. You have to get something that pops. And this looks like it is. I'm going to save this just in case it's the only time it pops. So that looks very realistic, and I can just put all I need to do now is put a light on them, and it's done. So let's mess with the light. Let's put a light on them. Create new spotlight. Let's look through our spotlight. Let's go to our texture shaded mode. And now let's move our spotlight up, move it out, up. Down on them like this. Okay. From the camera view, now let's go to Iray, and let's give the spotlight some warmth. And some intensity. Let's see what it looks like first before we touch it. Okay. Now it's not bright. It doesn't have any intensity. So let's give it a 9 and see what that looks like. That's a little bit bright. Let's give it a 5 instead. It looks like we've got some kind of I don't know what it's called. Something selected here. Let's warm it up a little bit. Yeah, there's some kind of tone mapper here. We've got, what's it called? Something on here, turned on, like bloom. Burn highlights. Let's set these to default. Burn highlights, reset. Reset, crushed blacks. Those were the only two on. Alright, now we can make it a lot warmer. Let's see, spotlight, now it looks like bloom is still on. Where's our render settings? Where's bloom? Optimization. Filtering. Bloom is on. Let's turn that off. Okay. Now, alright. They're too red, so let's bring it back the other way. A little bit more so they're warmer, a little warmer. I think it's done. Okay, I'm gonna think we're gonna leave it at that. Gosh, I don't know which one's more beautiful. They're just both so beautiful. I love that beautiful crook in his ear right there. And it gives his face a little bit of kind of, it's just a beautiful character. And then he's just like dreamboat kind of eyes, and just they're both very, it's just, I don't know which one's more beautiful. They both have just this beautiful beauty to them. I'm not gonna touch them. I think they're done. So, but and we've got the light coming in, the way I kind of wanted it coming through. We've got a scene in the back. It looks like a beach. I'm just wondering, alright, now I'm gonna, this is saved. I'm gonna save as scene. It's called Two Towers. Two Towers, not Toe Towers. Two Towers. And yeah, I just saved the scene. I wanted to save, what did I want to save? Oh, I wanted to save it as Two Towers 1. Save as scene 1. And then I can mess with this, and I'll still have it if it doesn't work. But there's a few things that I don't like, and I don't like this little piece here, and I'm thinking if I bring it down a little bit, the sky, but if I bring the sky down, it's going to change the angles of these light, and I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. So let's go to environment settings. Now let's go to dome rotation. And I think it's the X. Let's see what happens when I go to filament. Filament's just not working. I think I have to take and load the filament lighting thing. I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay, edit, create, new, draw options node, accept, see what happens here. And what was the thing we needed to do? ISO. Does that lower it or raise it? That didn't work. There. It's still, I don't see the picture. What's happened to Filament? Filament used to show me it's not doing that anymore. Something's broken with Filament. Used to show me the darn sky, now it's not. Alright, so it's just blah, nothing. There's supposed to be a picture there, Filament. Alright, something's set wrong or whatever. Okay, so I'll try it a different way here. The bloom is off, okay. And fireflies, that's supposed to be on, okay. Let's let it grab this thing again here. Tone mapper, I think it's the X one that I want to use, so we're gonna just try bringing that down a little bit. There it is. Now I got rid of it. Now, let's put a few flowers in here. I just got some irises. Irises. Let's see. Iris. Oh, we're not in the right place. All files. Iris. Oh gosh, we're gonna get every eye. Okay, Iris. This may not work, but it's, you know, it's just kind of playing around with it. Now that I've got a scene that's kind of done, I can just kind of play around with this a little bit. Alright, let's put some of this iris in. Okay. That's 4. X. Z. X. And let's put some of these pale flag irises. Z. X. Z. X. Z. Okay, let's see how that works. Just see what it looks like. In Iray, save it. We're at 2 towers 1. We could put some little sprigs of grass here and there, some rocks, a few little pebbles and stuff. They're not showing up very well. They're almost like more of a noise than they are. It almost distracts more than it does. Okay. What if I move them around a little bit, but no. I think they're more of a distraction right now. Let's see. Yeah, it distracts from them. Suddenly you're just, the scene is so, becomes a distraction. I think just some little sprigs of grass here and there. Grass. Flower grass. Oh, that's not right. That's the materials. Okay, grass. Let's see if we put texture shaded. I'm almost of the, okay, Z, the impression that Z, X. Okay. Edit, we don't want to move it up in the air. We want to move it back. X. Z. Okay, X. X. And we got to rotate that a little bit so they don't look like the same sprig. Let's put another sprig of grass, Z. There. Let's just see what these look like before I go putting more of them around. This also could just distract. I think I'm seeing that it doesn't really need much. And I think if I put, I think they're breaking the silence. I think that's what's happening is they're breaking the silence, and the silence, it needs to, they need to have this silence around them. Yeah. Okay, now maybe if I put the grass where it can actually be seen. It's going to be difficult, but let's see if I can get the grass into the light while we're in Iray. Iray takes so much computing power that it's really difficult to No. Alright. First, it's got to be rotated anyway because they all look like the same sprig of grass. So if I twist them at different angles, then they're going to look like they're at least different pieces of grass. I don't think, maybe these sprigs don't look realistic enough. Maybe, I mean, they're realistic for the right situation, but they may not be right for this one. Oh, that something about this just says that this is the way it's supposed to be. Let's see. Prop. This doesn't look too bad. It looks a little bit more kind of subdued. I don't know though. It does take away a little bit. Grass 10. Let's do this grass through texture shaded. Z. X. Z. X. Rotate. Okay, let's go to this front grass. Not sure why it looks like it's coming right from through his clothes. It's got to be some sort of thing where let's see what that does. Iray. We'll save it, even though I could probably just delete the grass if it's not right. Once again, I have a feeling this is going to break the silence that we're looking for here. But it does make the ground look a little bit more. Now it makes me see that looks like these stones are like, doesn't look like they're actually in the ground. Towers, rocks. Which rock is that back one? don't think they are. X translate. This one's definitely doesn't look like it's of it. There we go. And this one then can't be up in the air then. Why? I assume then the one before it is also. Why? Let's see what that does now. Something like this isn't going to show until you render it really, really big, and then you look and say, oh my gosh, that rock is floating in the air. Yeah, and now that makes the grass kind of work a little bit better. Now, what if I just made the grass a little bit more transparent so it doesn't look like it's quite as much? Let's see, we do that in parameters, grass. Where is the surfaces? Okay, and we do that in called surfaces. Where is, oh, this grass is alright, we're going to change this to Iray grass, and that's a special process here. We go to utilities, okay, and it's called D no, I can't remember. What's it called? Now I have to go to my render settings to remember it. It's D. Render settings, editor, advanced, 3D light. Okay. There's a 3 in front of that. Okay, so we go to smart content 3. That's all I have to type in, and we'll find my, okay, into products. 3DEL. And there it is. Utilities. Now we're going to find our grass here. This may ruin the grass, actually, the way it's working, but scan the scene. Alright, eye sockets, saying that there's a lot of things here, but irises, oh, that's the eyes. Trim, I'm not seeing it. All right. What can I do here? It's not finding them. Scan. Alright, they gotta be here and I'm not noticing them. Fingernails. Grass. Okay. So we're gonna turn all these off. I don't want to convert these because I'm afraid it will do something really screwed up. We're going to leave the grass on. Now, if it's just grass, I guess they both, oh, because they both are the same, they would both use the same image. Okay, find match. 3 like grass and leaves, okay. Apply presets. Accept. That really didn't help the grass in any way. It gave it this kind of sheen. I think I'd have to turn the shine off. I think that's all I have to do is turn the shine off. Let's go back to the grass now. Now the grass should have base color. Yeah, so I can now turn off gloss. What is the glossy reflectivity, I think? Glossy. And I give it more roughness. If you make something more rough, you won't shine as much. That didn't work. Glossy layered weight. Let's try this one. I'm about to delete the grass because it's just suddenly it's not working right. This is why I don't like to buy anything that's not Iray, because I end up with it in my library. I don't like certain things. Yeah, just about anything actually. I don't really like to buy non-Iray stuff. Sometimes like tower and architecture, I don't mind that because I can put my own textures on it. What if we just make the grass like I was gonna do? A little bit. Make the grass a little bit invisible. So it's very faint. I think that works. It's not too much of a, maybe even a little more. Wish I could get the shine out of it. I know I could if I figured it out. Dual lobe specular roughness. Now I'm wondering if the grass is just more of a distraction again. Yeah, I think the grass is going to go. Now the ground texture. I'm wondering if I should make the ground a little bit finer looking. Where's the ground? Rocks, towers, rocks. What happened to my ground? Here, it's in here. Ground. Okay, and this is going to also have, no, this has a base color, so what if I go now to surfaces? Okay, down here. Tiles, offset. Horizontal, okay, this is horizontal tiles. 3. Let's go 4 here and 4 here. We go 5. See that? Making the ground look a little bit finer, like sand. 5 instead of like rock. And now I'm seeing also that it might have too many, the normals might be too high. Normal map. Let's bring that down a little bit so it looks smoother. Oh, no, it's not the normal. Well, it's the base bump, I think. I'm not sure if I just ruined that or not. Okay, I don't think I hurt it, okay, by making that finer. I wonder if I could make the... Now if I make it darker, base color, where is that translucency? Wait, this will make it darker, I think. So if I bring it way down, it'll make it lighter. Ooh, here we go. I like that. Just a little bit lighter. Now I can see that this rock isn't on the ground. Which one is that? Let's go to our texture shaded. It's not sitting completely on the ground. Which rock is that? This one? No, neither is that one. Wow, I bet that means this one isn't. None of these rocks are sitting on the ground. All right, rock here. Oh, that one is. What's this? I can't even see that. Oh, that one's away in the back. Well, we might as well bring it down. All right. This is the one in front. Oh, that one's definitely on the ground. All right. About this one. That's the one. Okay. Okay, that's enough of that. Where's this rock? What rock is this? Why? Okay, that one we can't really see, so 2, this is this one, I bet. No. 3. Okay, that one's fine. Why? Here we go. Okay. Okay, let's see what this looks like now in Iray. Save it. I wish I knew why some of the rocks have this icon and some of them have this one. It's like they're part of some kind of set or something, but now it looks like, at least this looks like this is on the ground. Yeah, all these are on the... I like the gray sand better. It just gives it a little bit more of a contrast. Alright, I think I'm gonna, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna render this. So it's time to render. So we're gonna go to render settings, editor. I lost Angus. I think he went to bed. It's 2:30 in the morning. Thank you, Angus, for staying up. You're awesome, buddy. You are awesome. Yeah, you're very nice. So we're going to go to progressive render. We're going to go maximum time, maximum samples. We're going to change this to render 7, a render quality. So it renders a good long time. And then we're going to go here, turn off the constrained proportions. Go here to parameter settings, turn off use limits. And then I'm going to go to my custom shower curtain size, which is 13,500 by 11,462 pixels. Save it. Now, does it need a vignette? I think a tiny bit of vignette would be nice. Where's our vignette? That would be in the tone mapper settings. Vignette, just a little bit around the corners, maybe. Let's see. I would say just a tiny bit. Just to draw your eye in. Save it. And I think I'm going to render it. I think I like just the whiteness of the light. It's a lot of realism in this. It just is really bursting with realism. It really is. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I'm thinking he should have some armpit hair. Armpit hair is so hard to do right. But it should be just a little bit there. Hair, body. Okay, we're looking at Michael here. Body. This is it. Armpit hair. Oh, this is going to either look good or it's going to look like really screwed up. Okay, it looks really screwed up. But I think what I'm going to try to do is cut some of it out. The part that goes way up his arm. Let's take a look at it through the perspective view. I think I can cut some of this armpit hair out. Let's tame it down a little bit. Alright, so where do I get a hold of this armpit hair? Damn, it's always so hard to find this because it's not like right there. It's somewhere in the body. Let's see if I click on this. There it is. I don't know if I can actually cut this with the geometry editor. Let's see, tool settings. Geometry editor, where are you? There you are. Now we right click, selection mode, lasso. Yeah, it's gonna let me delete it. Geometry editing, delete selected polygons, yes. Now we're gonna cut some of this out, some of that out. Geometry editing, delete selected polygons, yes. A little bit in here. Delete selected polygons, yes. A little bit here. Editing, delete selected polygons. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, some in here. Okay, and I think I'm gonna end up with nothing here. If let's take and see what it looks like from the camera. Let's go back to this tool. I think that looks okay. I think if I mess with it more, I'm just gonna throw it all off. I think that looks okay. It just gives him something there to the hair, body hair is so hard to do. Save. Alright, we're going to click render. We're ready to render, people. We are ready. So we're going to click render. And I'm going to take a look here. Everything else looks fine. Is his hand going through his arm? Let's see. I have to make sure his fingers, it's time to really take a look at these fingers and make sure that they're not doing something really wrong. No, these look fine. What about their body? Oh, now he had a problem with his, but you can't see that, so you can't see the, he had a problem in the back with his belts. But you can't see that with the camera. Yeah, there's a problem with his belts going through his skin. But you can't see that. Not from the camera angle. Let me see. No. Not that I can tell that you can see it. So that's, I think, okay. I think I'm going to leave it here. I was thinking of giving him a little bit more chest hair because he just looks like he could use a little bit, but and I could also give him a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow too, but I think I'm going to leave him clean shaven. So there's a little bit of a dynamic going on here, and I kind of like it. So we're gonna render. All right, so I'll show you a little bit of this render, and then I'm gonna head out. So just a little bit of this render as it comes through, and we have another awesome scene in Daz Studio. So pretty much from beginning to end, except where I had a little problem where I'm not used to having this. I have been rendering on this channel in HD, and now we are back to 4K. Until I start getting a lot of people watching. Now I'm looking at these rocks and wondering if they might have been nice having a little bit more sub D applied to them, but I think I'm going to leave them. I don't want them too round either. I want them to kind of look a little bit sharp, I guess. Crude. You know, I don't want them to be just blobs. Which I could adjust how much sub D and all, but I don't think these are kind of sharp edges here. I'll see what the render looks like in the end, and that will be probably the thing. Because we're already, let's see, up to, yeah, we're iteration 11, 12. So this will be rendered enough, probably in about 20 minutes. So yeah, let's see a little bit of what our characters look like. We can look at something other than the rock here. That was the first thing that kind of struck my eye, was the rock. Now at least I don't have to worry about the rocks being up in the air and not going through the ground, because that would be something I'd notice later. Now this looks like a little problem here. Something that I'm going to have to stop and fix. Look at that. That's snake skin. You can tell the textures when you get in this close, but yeah, this has got to be fixed. See his cloak here is going through his whatever. So no, would you like to cancel this? Yes. We're just going to pull that out a little bit so it doesn't go through his clothes. If we can. Must be a way to do it. So we have had a spotless render tonight. So spotless broadcast. YouTube is awesome. They have the nicest servers in the world. Twitch can't even come close to it. No, it's like Twitch forces everybody to render at like below even HD. It's like I'm not gonna put my life's work up on there for something that's like 640 by 480. It's like, no, get some better servers. Twitch. Yeah, and YouTube has the very finest ones. YouTube always has. When the rest of the world was at 640 by 480, YouTube was at, you know, they just said we've got to go 1080p, you know. And all of a sudden we get all these awesome 1080p videos from YouTube, and then it's, you know, 2K, 4K, 6K, 8K, and yeah, all right, so this is the section here where it's going right through his. All right, so we're going to go to perspective view. We're going to go to, and that's where they can't see that, so I'm not going to bother with that right there, but I am going to go now here. Well, I am going to be in Mesh Grabber, so I might as well go and fix some of that in the back of on his back. So this is it. Now, which one is this? He's got a cloak. What is it? His Michael. All right, we know it's Michael. Okay, short skirt. And then we're going to go to Tools, Mesh Grabber, and we're going to just pull this out a little bit. I think that did it. No, there's a little bit more here. Yeah, all right, there's that. Now we might as well pull some of this part in. Alternate L, Control L. All right, I can't see. Now, that's where our problem is. Okay, let's go to, now this is Zach. Let's see, chest piece, armbands. I think that's armbands. Armbands. No, this would be chest piece. Here we go. All right. I don't like to do sloppy work. I like to have my work to look pretty good from most angles here. There it is. Beautiful. Now let's make sure that the side, and here's a little problem here. See how that is going into his arm. We don't want that either. We want it to look like it's going kind of in right. Okay, this all looks good. Are his armbands right? Oh, that's some hair there. I think I could cut some of that hair from this angle. Yeah. Glad I saw that. Now we're going to go back to Geometry Editor. Let's click on that hair again. Select the hair again. Now go to Geometry Editor. Doesn't need to be that long. Geometry editing. I might have cut too much here. No, I don't think so. Geometry editing. There's a reason why I've cut my own hair for the last 30 or so years. Mostly because I've been poor. Alright, that's better on the arm hair too. Okay, save. Let's go back to our camera. Render. Okay, we fixed his arm hair. That would have been, I would have zoomed in on that. It's like, what the heck is that? All right, you guys pretty much know what you're going to be seeing here. So, all right, well, I'll leave it just a little bit longer. Please subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this after the broadcast, click on the get notifications bell, and then you will get notifications. You can come in and chat with me when I'm doing a live broadcast. I really miss Robin, my friend Robin, who used to come in and watch the videos, and he used to help me and give me all kinds of tips and tell me when their bodies didn't look like they were naturally posed. He was very helpful in making these scenes. So it'd be nice to have some people who know Daz, who want to come in and help a little bit with the scene. Now I actually have ear hair, you know. It would be kind of cool to do some. Oh, look, we have a problem. His fingers are going right through his scalp. So I don't think he needs ear hair, but it would help if his fingers were not going right through his scalp. We gotta fix that. Little things like that, which really I want to accentuate the fact that he has his hand, you know, lovingly wrapped around this guy's head. And so if they're buried into it, it kind of takes away from the intimacy of it. It should be placed so you can kind of see it. So his hand is more obvious from the front rather than it's, you know, it would pass. It'd be okay. It kind of looks like he's got stubs of fingers there, but it looks like it could, and with his hair actually showing, it could be buried. I have to do something with these rocks. I have to check and see what sub D would look like on them too. They look too primitive. So we're gonna mess with the rocks too. All right, so we're gonna go back to perspective mode. You can't really tell. Okay, now this is where the problem is. I looked at his hands too, and they didn't look like, but they are going through. Okay, part of the problem is because I was still in, but his hands are going through. You can't tell, but I'm gonna bring his hands up a little bit more so that they don't look like they're going right through his skull. And you might, it might give them a little bit more intimacy. Index, right index 1, bend. And just gonna, all right, now I have to save this before I do the sub D, because when I put the sub D on one rock, I have a feeling it's going to put it on all of the rocks just all at once, and if I don't like the effect, I'll have to reload the Okay, I think that looks fine now. All right, now we're going to go back to our camera view. We're going to do something with these rocks. They might have sub D on them already. I don't think they do. Okay. So we're going to grab a hold of one of these rocks, one of these boulders or whatever. Rocks. Create. Edit. Object. Geometry. Alright, I saved it. Object. Object. Geometry. Yeah, it did them all. Alright. I think that's fine now. Let's it's going to definitely be an improvement. So I'm going to save this as 2 towers too, just in case, because I do know how to take off save as scene 2 towers 2. I know how to take off sub D, but it's not easy. It's not something I do very often. And let's give it a render now. Let's see what this looks like in Iray. I have a feeling it will definitely be an improvement. You know, even this small image in Iray, because we were not seeing that really rough, jagged. The rocks were really rough and jagged. And so I think they're just going to look more pleasing. Yeah, they do. They look more pleasing and more rounded. More, but up close they are going to look. You know, with the render up close, we're not going to see all that as jagged. I mean, they were actually in the image, so. All right, so I didn't notice this before. This little his hands, but I think they're okay. It's light. What can I say? Don't think there's anything I can do to fix that. So, all right, time for a render now. All right, that's gonna do it. I think I'm pretty much done here. We'll go through a little bit. Somebody came back. Somebody came in. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're in the middle of a render. This is the final part of this artistic journey. So this is called 2 Towers. I came up with that name all by myself. Yeah. And these 2 elves are kind of the towers, and it's, oh, look at the rocks now. See, now they don't look all jagged. See, that's what we needed. We needed some real good, nice rocks. And so that's what we got here. Some beautiful looking rocks. Those will render beautiful and very, very natural looking. Almost looks like a bird there. Let's see what our guys look like now. Alright, I don't see any flaws here. And oh, his armpit hair kind of looks natural now, so that doesn't look too bad. He does have a couple pieces of hair growing there, but I miss them, but they're okay. That's not the end of the world. And these rocks look, you know, I'm wondering, something's wrong with those rocks. They didn't get, like the rocks in the front, they didn't all get sub D. Yeah, I have to go and make sure they all have sub D, and this one doesn't. It looks all jaggy. That's why I could tell the difference. Those rocks in the back kind of look weird compared to the rocks in the front. So I thought it put them on all of them, but it only, I guess they're in sets or something like that. So we're going to put sub D and smooth these rocks out too. The other rocks look like those, and they just don't have any smoothness to them. Rocks aren't generally this jagged. So especially boulder kind of rocks, they kind of wear over and get little, you know, over thousands and thousands of millions of years, they get kind of smoother, and they're just usually not. It looks like these have been like hewn that way. So, oh, we lost our viewer. I guess they're gone. They're tired of watching. They watched some. Thank you for watching some. I guess so let's see what we got here. All right, we're gonna put sub D on all of these rocks. Now this rock, create, edit, object, geometry. Yeah, that one needed it. I can see now. All right, I think only these ones with the object, geometry. If it has sub D, it won't. Edit, object. I don't think these need it. Geometry. Yeah, okay. So this kind of explains a little bit about why these have white, and these are, I think, called null objects, but I'm not sure what these are. But these are like the masters that control. These rocks are the masters, and whatever you do to these happens to those too. So I think that's the way it goes. So now these look smooth too. So we have what we're looking for here. Gosh, they're so beautiful. These guys are so beautiful together. I wish they were real. It would be, I wish I was a real boy. No, I don't think that would be a good idea. So, let's see. Now, here we go. We're going to render again. This time we've got our rocks done. And we have it saved. So I think this time we're actually going to succeed. That's the thing about art, is you have to have an eye, and you know, I guess, in an eye for detail, and that should just be a lesson to say, it's that detail is, an eye for detail is something you can learn. You can learn because you just know what sub D is. You know what that sub D smooths things out. When you see things that are all jagged like that, you just you learn that to notice that. It's something, I think it's something you learn. It's not necessarily an artistic thing or something you're born with or talent. Some things you are born with, but I think it's something that you pick up, you learn. Now you look at these rocks. See, these are those rocks that were really jagged, and now look at them. And I could actually increase the sub D on these and make them look even more rounded, but I think that's enough. I think that's plenty. The more you increase, it does add a little bit more to the scene. So it's too bad this background image is like so far away that and it's probably an 8K image. I don't know. So it's already 8K, and it really needs like a 16K image. I wonder if I have that in 16K. I'm gonna cancel this and look, and see if I happen to have, because they give me it in several different sizes. So a lot of these in different sizes, and I'm just curious if they gave this to me in anything higher. I'd love to get those to stand out more. They just look awful blurry. from a distance they look fine, but when you see it, you know, and this is going to be on a shower curtain, and these are going to look like that, kind of like up close when you're walking in the bathroom. It'd be nice if these really had some. If not, I'm going to have to put up with it, you know, and just. So they're far away. They're blurry because they're far away, you know. But it would be nice if they were had more detail than that. It really, really, really would. And I'm going to have to put up with it if I can't get more detail out of them. But this is, I always say when I make an image, it's like, well, I checked everything and there's nothing, you know, I'm not going to notice anything when I render this really, really, really large. And I think that's what helps me really make my scenes really nice, is that I render them gigantic. And so when I see them that big, like through a keyhole, I can notice stuff like this and say, you know, it looks fine from here. You see what I'm saying? But when you render it big, that's when you notice, wow, that's not really so great. I didn't notice that the rocks were jagged like that until I rendered it really, really big. Okay, so now we're going to go into environment. Okay, that's it. That's the image. Now we're going to go to browse. And it should take me here. These are probably already huge, but it's like, looks like picture 1, picture altitude 2. You see? No. No, it doesn't look like Mountain Lake. No. These are gigantic pictures. If I right click on them, I'll probably find out that, let's see what size they are, properties. That's 7K. Are they all the same size? Properties. They're all 7K. I mean, think about that. Not 4K, 7K. That's 7K. So, yeah, I mean, I could go up to 16K, but that's the way these skies are. It's really too bad. Now, that's the way it's going to stay. That's the sky. Now I could put it on this picture on a plane, but we wouldn't get the same, because it would be we'd see like a more of a whole beach here, like, rather than and I kind of like what we're seeing here, a little bit of water, a little bit. It just looks fine the way it is, actually. So we're gonna leave that. Now I could mess with the camera and do some depth, but I'm not going to do that. I don't want to blur this, and I don't, that's already blurry enough. If I blur it, then it's just going to look like something pink and something green, and I want to save as much detail here as I possibly can. I really wish there was a way to, there is a way to upsample it a little bit, the image, maybe to 16K. through Photoshop. I don't know if Photoshop would do something that high. But it does, Photoshop does edit HDRIs. Alright, so that's it. We're not going to be able to change this image any better than what it is. Now, this image, they don't let Origin, what they don't allow you to do here, surfaces, is to well, it says scale, so here, I'm not sure. Anything that I do to scale, it's going to change this perspective that we have here, and I like it. So that's it. We're going to render this. That's it. We're all done. You pretty much know what's here. So you'll see this on my channel pretty soon. So so I hope you enjoy this. I hope you enjoy this. Have enjoyed this live in studio tutorial, and I'm really glad that I got my mic working right now, so it sounds my voice is more consistent when I am speaking. And I was like moving away from the mic, and my voice was like disappearing, and now it's direct. I can hear exactly what you're hearing. So a lot of things in the broadcast are improving, and it means that you're going. That's why I'm broadcasting in 4K, is to give you the best experience with this as possible, so you can kick back and just kind of watch, and kick back on the couch and watch this stuff and see how I do certain processes. So you've gotten to see some animation today when I animated them coming down and landing on the ground. Sub D, and just a lot of scene building, resizing scenes, moving scenes, keeping the figures in the center and moving the world around them, just to kind of hash over some of that stuff, picking out skies, the right sky and lighting, and once you find the lighting your subjects. So all of that's been fun. And so all right, thank you for watching, and I will be back with more tutorials soon. Again, please subscribe, like, and click the bell if you want notifications, and please leave a comment and just say hi and where you're from or anything like that. Let me know that you watched and that you enjoyed it, and I appreciate your views very, very much. Thank you very much for supporting my channel by hanging around and watching my videos. So take care, stay healthy and safe, and I will see you again in the next video.